Yeah, so let us start. It's already around 3:37, so 7 minutes have passed by. So we'll start our webinar. So while moving forward, first let us understand what is does we require first. So we have completed our bachelor's program, or else you are doing in engineering or any other degree. You have completed your bachelor's program. Now you want to have what you would like to do. That you need to have the clarity first, right? For example, would I like to do my master's, or should I do the job? Should I do, if I would like to do the job, where should I do? Should it be a private sector or a public sector? Or else should I start my own business? So there are many options that we have, right? And again, another thing, if I would like to do the masters, should it be in my core field, or should it also be in any other field? For example, if someone is from computer science, should he do the masters in computer science, like data structures or AI, or else he should swap it to any other course, right? These all various questions the people will be having, students will be having in their majorly in their third and fourth years, right? Whenever they are in the third year and fourth years, there will be huge conflict on this. What should be done? So here we can decide one thing that is beneficial for us only when we have the proper clarity, like what we have to do now, what are the options we have. So for example, if I choose a private sector, what will I gain and what will I lose? If I choose a government sector, what will I gain and what will I lose? So these are all those things that we need to understand, or what I say, that we need to have clarity about while deciding our career. Right, now moving forward. So this is a just bit of introduction. So you might have finished your engineering degree, or you are in your final semester or in your final year, right? So in this, you would like to have the clarity, as I have told you, that what should I be doing now? What are the better options that I have, right? So here you are at the correct session. In this session, I will try to give you as much in detail discussion or in detail view about all the options that we have at present in India. And I will be talking a bit about the abroad as well, the MS program. You can view that as well. Sorry for the voice if it is some having some issues in that. So now options after BTech of the or the bachelor's program we have. So there are around 15 options that we have, around 12 to 15 that are beneficial for us. So the first comes to be a MBA program that many people will choose. Next we have the civil services. We have the entrepreneurship and startups. Next we have the higher studies, that is going for the master's program, or joining Indian Armed Forces, or doing the masters from India, doing an Mtech degree. Next, we have the private sector through campus placements, and more we have, or else you can go with the teaching field, or else you can also become an expert, start building your network, your own field of options you have. And the next we have is short-term courses, undergoing few short-term courses. Like for example, if someone is from civil field, he can undergo to Revit courses, or he has the Tekla courses which are in present demand. So for those courses, while you master those courses, you gain the possibility of getting hired. Next, or else you can also do the PhD in engineering, whatever the field you have. Next we have in going for any good internships. So now in this video, I'll also tell you how to apply for any jobs, or how to reach out to companies for internships and all those. Okay. So now moving forward. So what we'll do is we'll just start with this. Right. Yeah. So here we have to do the about the master's program, right? So doing MBA. So while doing MBA, many people in general, they go for the MBA program by going with the CAT examination, common admission test. I will be uploading this Word document or PDF. You can go through the description and download it. So many people will be going for the MBA program after their bachelor's, because it will give them higher possibility of getting hired, and various exposure will be there, and they will be in the field of managing rather than being in the field work. So doing an MBA generally leads out to, from a good institute, leads out to be an office job, something like that, and you will be having greater promotions or good promotions like that. So there are also pros and cons I have discussed over here. So in general, if you are doing MBA, better be sure that you are doing it some good colleges, like we have IIMs. So if you do from there, then that degree will have greater value. If you are doing it from the local colleges that we have in general all over India, so many colleges, they generally provide the MBA degree, but you will not get that skill management. See, having a degree is different, having the skill is different. Skill you need to generate from, you need to develop it from yourself, but having the degree is not a big issue. You can even score the passing marks and you can get a degree. But whereas for the skills, what you have to do is you have to develop them, right? So now about the pros and cons. So the pros is you will have the greater personal development and you will be mastering the management skills. What are the management skills? So how you should, for example, for a given task is there, and there are n tasks you have to complete in stipulated time given. For example, in 5 hours you have to complete 4 tasks. So completing the 4 tasks with the resources you have. So you'll be having very less resources and you have to complete those tasks. So these all things you will these are all the skills you have. Mainly you might have seen when you are writing your resumes, you will write the time management skills, you will write the skills you will write. So these are all those skills that you need to, that you will develop during this MBA course. And the cons. So while doing an MBA, these are quite costly, what I say, the courses, MBA, and time commitment from 1 year to 2 years, right, in India. Next, we have the civil services that you can write for UPSC examinations, IES or IAS, and you can be a civil servant. So for the civil servant, there are many pros, and what are there? There are many benefits that comes with it because these are government sectors. So there will be health insurance, retirement options, and federal benefits. Many features will be there in an UPSC examination, civil services, right? There will be majorly 2 topics in this. First will be a preliminary examination. Next will be the mains examination. Written plus interview will be there. So when you qualify for the preliminary, you will go for the mains examination. So next after this, you have the entrepreneurship and startups. Now you can see that many people are going for the startups, entrepreneurship skills and all this. Why is it in demand? Because the reason is in India, what we have is at present the younger generation is more. The people who are ready to work are more. So but the jobs are less. So what is now required is, instead of every student or every candidate being a job applicant, he should be a job breeder. For example, he should not be going for a job. He should create the jobs. So how can he create the jobs? He can only create the jobs when he is going to have any startup, when he is going to go for any entrepreneurships, right? Now next are the higher studies. So higher studies is generally what is generally preferred for the candidates who are from the good technical knowledge, right? So candidates going for GATE examinations, they apply for the GATEs, or when you would like to do your masters in India, right? When you would like to do your masters in India, you would generally like to apply for GATE examinations, right? And what are the pros? You will get good jobs, many. And other thing is, if you are going for a GATE examination, make sure that you are securing your seat in any of the good IITs. Don't be in some local colleges. Even after qualifying GATE examination, you should secure some good seat in IITs, right? That's the major point. Next, joining the Indian Armed Forces, serving the country by being at the border or any other place that you have been posted. And next thing is getting a degree in Mtech. So these are from the local. For example, each state will have their PG set examinations, you might be knowing. So post graduation exam, common interest test will be there. From that you will be going for Mtech degrees from local private colleges. So because of this, various good companies like may not be coming to the colleges as they come for the IITs and AITs. Yeah, teaching field is there, and these are all the various fields. These fields are generally not those enthusiastic for many students, right? So now next we have the teaching field. Teaching field is only required when the candidate is having greater experience or interest in teaching field. If he does not have any interest, then then being a teacher would not justify his position or his role, whatever he is doing, right? So the candidates who are good at that, they should make sure that they are good in teaching. Then only they can choose this field, because you will have to interact with the students and should have good persuasion skills as well. And becoming an expert, like for example, now the major techniques that are going, or the skills that are in present, are the robotics, ethical hacking, artificial intelligence, data science, digital marketing, blockchain, machine designing. These are the various what we say, these are the various skills that are in demand at present. So now you can master any of this, right? You can master any of this and become an expert in that skill. Next, using some short-term courses, like few IITs now, they are providing those courses using the NPTEL website as well. You can learn any course out of the box. For example, being a civil engineer doesn't mean that you should only know structural engineering. You should also know what is the data mining. You should also know the basics of programming. So now these all things you can learn by using some good universities which are offering these courses. And the next one is the PhD in engineering. And next, trying for an internships, right? So these are the various options. Now here what we have is job after graduation, right? So which option is best for which candidate, that we will discuss over here, right? So now you can see over here, so now when we should go for the graduation, or this option is good for when we can opt for the jobs after our graduation degree. The job opportunities we have, you can enter the software industry, or you can also enter the master's program. So the first is doing a job after your bachelor's program. So this subject, what we say, after your BTech, doing the job is not quite feasible for everyone, right? Or else you can say doing the masters is not feasible for everyone, whereas doing job would be more satisfactory for many people, considering the many backgrounds they have, the family conditions, or his interest also. Interest also plays an important role for doing a master's. I have seen many students who have just joined the master's program just to spend 2 years of their time, and they were not having any interest. Because of this, what happened was they were unable to complete their master's program. So this is more important. So if you would like to do the job, you should have dedication in that. And if you would like to do the masters, there should be a certain amount of dedication involved in that, right? After this, you can also do the masters. For doing masters, as I've already told you, you can do the Mtech. Mtech degrees are generally from the Indian perspective, and MS is for the abroad, and MBA you can do as well for the masters in business. So this is quite core that I generally use. If you would like to earn money and live fast, you can do an MBA or an MS abroad. You can earn money, but whenever you do an Mtech, you will earn the respect and you can live peacefully, right? This Mtech degree you can opt from the Indian government, Indian perspective. And always remember, again and I'm saying that whenever you are doing an Mtech, try to do it from good IITs and NITs. Try to do it from IITs and NITs. Don't do it from local colleges. Don't do it from local colleges. If you do, even after qualifying the GATE examination, try to attempt the GATE examination and try to clear it. You should prepare for the GATE examination and clear the GATE examination, secure a good mark in there, and then apply for the IITs and NITs. If you have done your bachelor's program from a local private college or the state level college, and if you have done your masters in IITs and NITs, then you can see what is the difference they have, right? So our few IITs are the best in the world, in BTech and the master's program. So you can opt for these courses. And other thing is that if someone is not willing to do that, next people who are interested in doing the master should take the IELTS or TOEFL examination to get the scholarships, or few admission requirements will be there by universities. They should take up the TOEFL, IELTS and GRE as per the requirements of the university they are applying for. So what is GRE? This is a graduate record examination. TOEFL is a test of English as a foreign language. So these are the various languages that are required, qualifications that are required, right? Next, GMAT and CAT, these are for the MBA courses. So here for MBA courses, in general, when the admission program will start is from January to September, the admission programs will be running. You can see that, and if you are interested in that, you can apply for that as well. Okay. Yeah, right. So next is for the Mtech and Ms program. So February 2nd week is where the GATE examination is conducted. In the February 2nd week, the GATE examination is conducted, and next is for GRE and other candidates. These are conducted around the year 4 times. You can go through some consultancy or the GRE website and register from there. So next is the civil services examination. As I've already told you, the IAS and IES, these are considered the top brass of the country, right? These are the top position of a diplomat in a country, so they hold the top position over there. Next, preparing for the defense services for Indian Army. Example of that, Indian Army is there, Navy is there, Air Force. Yeah, these all the which comes in the defense services. You can join them, be a part of saving the nation, right? So you can join there as well. Next we have is entrepreneurship. If you have good financial resources, you can also start your own company. Yeah, there is a question. I will respond to your question in few suggestions to score good in GATE examination, please. Yeah, so GATE examination, as I've told you, you can see over here, this is a graduate aptitude test, right? This is being conducted by the IITs or IISc. So to score good marks, the basic fundamental detail is you should be having good basics of your bachelor's program. Yeah, so if you are doing your bachelor's in civil engineering, your basics all should be clear. See, GATE examination is nothing different than your semester examination. It's just that it is combining all your syllabus, all the courses, whatever you have studied, and it is giving a question on multiple concepts. So for example, if you take soil mechanics and if you take structural soil mechanics and strength of materials, so in GATE examination you might get questions like which are involved in concept of both the courses. You will have the concept from strength of materials and soil mechanics. So the basic thing you require is having proper basics. Your basics all should be clear. Whenever you are going for any competitive examination, they will not ask anything beyond the syllabus. They will be releasing the syllabus. In that syllabus, make sure that your all basics are clear. Then go for higher level problems. So what are higher level problems? Which are having multiple concepts, not just single concept, multiple concept questions. In only one subject, you will have 3 to 4 chapters, right? So for example, if you take traffic engineering or you take transportation engineering, you will be having traffic in there, you will be having highway engineering. So these are the various topics we have. So there might be a question which involves the concept from 2 chapters. So like this, the GATE questions are made in general, and there is a bit of fear in the students as well that GATE is very tough. No, it's not tough. It is very easy. You can see that if you are going for an examination and you attempt the examination, and you might score less marks. Again, when you come back home and if you try to solve it again, you will see that you will at least score 50% of the marks. That is because there is a stress in there. So that is also a factor. So basic thing is have your basics correct, solve many questions, don't solve few questions like 3 or 4 questions from each unit, solve n number of questions from each chapter and from each subject. And next thing is that go for a multiple concept questions, not just single concept, multiple concept questions. And the other thing is if you're aiming for the gate examination, you should at least start your basic clearing from 1 year back so that you can cover all the subjects. No need of going for the institutes and registering there. Yeah, there will be some benefit over there if you go for any institute and all those things. You will get the basic idea of how the questions are being framed. Yeah, if you are a good student, if you are having good percentage in your BTech program and if your concepts are good, basic concepts are good, then no need of going for other institutes. You can self-prepare the examination and you can crack it. Yeah, I guess your question is clear. Anything else? Yeah, then. So I will move further. We will be discussing about the defense services. Next, we can discuss about the engineer. So mechanical, if you're a mechanical engineer, and career options for a mechanical engineer, what they are. This is a second major area of employment where civil, mechanical, these are those fields which generally go for PSUs, public sector, right? So if a mechanical engineer, these are the following options he might have: automotive engineer, biomedical, consulting, MEP, HVAC engineer, nuclear engineer, robotics, and you can also join the teaching field. So here these are for the BTech, as I have told you, government sector, PSU preparation will be there. So oil and gas, these all jobs he can secure, he can crack these jobs by cracking the gate examination. Now what they are doing is all these PSUs, they are only recruiting those candidates who have cleared the gate examination. So clearing the gate examination is having a bigger impact now to get yourself recruited, right? So many organizations, not just this, there are around 10 to 15 organizations which are recruiting with the help of gate. Yeah. So if you would like to do the masters in mechanical, you can see these fields are there. In these fields you can do it. And if you would like to have your career in the IT sector, these companies, a few example of these companies, and you can also go for the MS at abroad. So someone is from the computer science, he can choose these following fields for his master's program. So the basic idea, or what I would like to say, the basic concept behind this seminar is that you should have the basics covered. If you are going for any examination, even for your interview, you should always remember 3 things that I would like to tell now. First thing is the basics of your field should be clear. If you are going for any competitive examination, for any job interview, job training, anywhere else, your basic concepts or your subject of your discipline should be clear. For civil, the basics of civil engineering should be clear. For CSC, the basics of computer science, programming should be clear. Like this, different fields will have few basics that are must for a candidate to get hired. Those all should be clear with you. Next thing is that you should have the skills. See, having a degree is not important nowadays. If you have the mechanical engineering degree, it's not sure that you will get a job because of that. The most important thing that you require nowadays is the skill set. As I've told you, the skills will be writing, time management. These are the various management skills I am saying. But there are other skills as well. Like for example, if someone is a computer science engineer, he should have done some courses in artificial intelligence, some courses in IoT, Internet of Things. We have machine language. So these are the courses. With those courses, he can generate his skills. He can be a data scientist like this. These are the skills that he needs to develop, right? So next thing is that skills play a major role in everywhere. If you would like to get hired either in the campus placement or in off campus, you should have good skills. Next thing, the final thing is that discipline should be there. In the candidates whoever is applying or wherever is applying, discipline. For example, discipline just doesn't mean that wearing the attire good. It requires discipline of each and every aspect, like how he presents himself, how he is presenting the knowledge he is having. So these all things play an important role, right? He should not be overconfident over there in the interview. Like these all things, example I'm saying. So this is all about the various options that you can get. So you can see various institutes and designs of this. Don't worry, I will be uploading this Word document in the description. You can download it from there. See here, if someone is from the ECE department, he can have for having a job in VLSI, he should have this required skill set. Right, for circuit design, these skill sets are required. So like this, the MATLAB coding should be there. So these all the basics requirement that are there for every engineer. So NTPC, NHPC, HPCL, these are the various PSUs that hire the candidates from electrical department. So there are many like this fields are there which hire the candidates, or else you can also study abroad for that, right? So this was all about the basic criteria that is required in your career guidance, right? Now, if you have any questions, you can ask me, or else we'll close the session. Yeah, any questions if you have, you can ask, or else we'll close the session. Yeah, no questions? So remember students, again, just an overview. So for an MBA, this is required when the candidates would like to go for the business management, right? Business administration. Civil services is nothing but applying for IAS examinations, right? Next, we have entrepreneurship, would like to take the risks and is ready to understand the job hunting is quite difficult when job generation. We have the higher studies next. Next, we have armed forces. It means that being in defense, Indian Navy, Indian Army, anywhere else, right? In the Indian Armed Forces. Next, we have doing a master's degree from local Indian government, so in Indian country, so where you can get it from the IITs, NITs, or from local private colleges. Next, doing a private sector job with the help of campus placements, or else reaching out to the company of campus placements, right? Next, we have the teaching field where the candidates can register himself, have interactions with the students, or provide the knowledge to them, whatever he has gained. He can also become an expert in any field, start building network, doing few short-term courses like which are in demand, doing those courses so that his skill set might improve. PhD in engineering, doing a PhD in engineering. Next, for any career resource center, like we have many now.com where you can get those mails, and trying for an internship. Now, as I've already told you, at the end I will be giving few tips how to approach for an internship or for a job. So the basic thing is, now since the job market is very fragile, where getting a job is quite very difficult. What you can do is you can try for an internship at first. Any company would be ready to give you an internship, not a paid, it will be an unpaid internship, right? You will not be not getting any payment for that. Just you will be getting the experience, exposure of being in a company, right? So you are in a good company doing an internship. So there will also always be a scenario where some of the older candidates will leave the company, or they will swap them, or they will change the company, right? So at that time, what you can do is, being an intern for a few months, if you get any opportunity over there, you can apply for that, right? Since the company has already seen you being working there, they will have the idea of how good you are. So you are having a greater possibility of joining it. Whereas, whereas you are also doing an internship, right? And what is your thing is, you are hunting for job in other companies, right? You are doing an internship in, for example, XYZ company, and you are hunting for a job in some other ABC company. You are not wasting your time by just hunting for the job. You are doing an intern over there. So you are utilizing your time. So don't waste your time at any instant. For example, if you have completed your BTech, so don't just waste your time saying that I will apply for GATE examination in the next semester, till then I will be free, or else I will go abroad in the next semester. Like that, don't waste your time. Utilize your time, because time that you are spending it now is going to get wasted. If you are wasting the time, it's going to get lost. You cannot gain anything from there. So don't waste your time. Try to utilize it, right? So try to do any internship. If you're not getting any job, okay, no issue. Go for an internship. You will gain something over there, right? That is more important. So that is what I would like to conclude with that. So if you have any queries, you can ask me, or you can contact us over on this phone number. And you can also join our Telegram channel link, which is provided in the description, and you can ask questions over there, right? Thank you everyone for being a part of this. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us personally as well, right? Thanks a lot.